बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम अस्सलाम वालेकुम। कैसे हैं आप? दिस इज लेक्चर नंबर 32। लेट्स स्टार्ट। First we take a review of last lecture. In last lecture we discussed simple linear regression model, and then we discussed the method of least square to estimate parameters of this simple linear regression model. And in addition we discussed some of the useful properties of method of ordinary least square, which is also called OLS. And then we discussed two very important concepts. First one is standard error of regression, and second one is coefficient of determination. And in the last lecture we discussed one example as well. So let us discuss the objectives of the current lecture. In this lecture we will first start with a comprehensive example of simple linear regression model, how to estimate the parameters of simple linear regression model, how to interpret the estimated parameters, and then we will also calculate standard error of regression, coefficient of determination, and their relevant interpretations. And then we will introduce you to multiple linear regression model, and then we will also discuss some of the assumptions which are very important in dealing with simple as well as multiple linear regression models. And in the end we will do the estimation and interpretation of multiple linear regression model. So let's start. So let's start with an example of a simple linear regression model. So given the data on x and y, so here is the data on x and y. So question is compute least square regression equation of y on x. So that is compute y hat is equal to alpha hat plus beta hat x. So this means regression equation of y on x, where y is dependent variable and it is depending upon x, and x is the independent variable. So next question is interpret regression coefficients, and next part says that show that summation yt minus y hat t is 0. So note that summation yt minus y hat t, this yt minus y hat t, this is actually ut, which is the residuals. So sum of residual is 0. So next is compute standard error of regression SCR, and next calculate coefficient of determination or R square. So I am going to demonstrate it in Microsoft Excel. Even you can do it on your notebook using simple calculator. So let's start. So here is Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. So we have data on x and y, where x starts, it takes on values starting from 5, then 6, 8, 10, 12, and then 17. Similarly we have values on variable y. So this is the data containing two variables x and y. So we want to estimate a regression equation of y on x. That is, we are interested in estimating y hat is equal to alpha hat plus beta hat xt. So hat is missing here, so actually it is, this box represents hat. So y hat is equal to alpha hat plus beta hat xt. So in this equation, y hat and beta hat, these are the estimated values of parameters, and these are estimated by using method of ordinary least square. So in previous lecture we derived the values of alpha hat and beta hat. Alpha hat is equal to summation x square into summation y minus summation x times summation xy whole over n summation x square minus summation x whole square. And similarly this beta hat is equal to n summation xy minus summation x times summation y whole divided by n summation x square minus summation x whole square. So it means in order to get the estimated regression line, which is y hat equals alpha hat plus beta hat xt, we need to estimate the values of alpha hat and beta hat, and then we will plug in the calculated values of alpha hat and beta hat in this formula to get the estimated regression line, which is also called least square regression line. So let's calculate. So I'm going to shift this formula upward, so in order to get more clarity. So let me decrease its size. Okay, from this formula of alpha hat beta hat, we can see that we need summation x, summation y, summation x square, summation xy. So currently we have data on x and y, so it means we need to calculate x square and then we will sum it to get summation x square, and similarly we need to calculate the product xy and then we will sum it to get summation xy. So first calculate x square, so just put an equal sign. So the first value of x is located in B2 and then cap sign and then 2, B2 square, and copy it down, and then in the next cell xy, so B2 steric C2. So just multiply these two numbers and then drag it down. So that's it. So we have calculated two new variables. First is square of x, x square, and next column is xy. So now in order to calculate the sum or summation x, summation y, summation x square, summation xy, so just use the Excel built-in function, that is the sum function. So sum of B2 to B10, press enter. Now you can drag this same command horizontally. So here we have sum of C2 to C10 and sum of D2 to D10 and sum of E2 to E10. So now just use these summations, calculated values in these formulas to get alpha hat and beta hat. So I'm going to calculate alpha hat. So here I'm using a hat to represent alpha hat. So look at the numerator of this function, summation x square. So put an equal sign. So summation x square is located in D11 times summation y, which is located in C11, minus summation x, which is located in B11, times summation xy, which is located in E11. So just multiply the required cells, and this will give us the numerator of alpha hat. So now we need to divide this numerator by n summation x square minus summation x whole square. So in order to divide it, first enclose this numerator in within parentheses and then put the slash for division and then start parentheses, and now n times summation x square. So n is the number of observations. So here in this case we have a total of 9 data points, so 9 observations. So n is 9 times summation x square, which is located in D11, minus summation x whole square. So summation x is B11 whole square, put cap sign and 2, close the parentheses. Remember that, note that I have used the parentheses because I want that first this product B11 times E11, this should be subtracted from D11 times C11, and then whole, the resultant number should be should get divided by the resultant number, which is obtained by multiplying 9 times D11 minus B11 whole square. So you need to use the parentheses in order to get accurate, correct result. So just press enter, you will get a hat or alpha hat. So alpha hat is calculated to be 1.4693. So now in order to calculate b hat, so just type, this will give us beta hat. So start with the parenthesis n, which is 9 times summation xy, which is in 11, minus summation x times summation y. That's it. This will give us numerator divided by the denominator, which is n, 9 times summation x square D11 minus summation x whole square B11 cap sign 2. That's it. So just press enter, you will get the estimated value of beta hat, estimated value of beta, which is called beta hat. So press enter. So it is 2.83114. So once we have these two values, we can plug in these two values in this equation to get the estimated value of estimated value of y. So let me write it here. So estimated regression line is, or this is also called least square regression line, or it is also called fitted regression line, fitted regression model, or estimated line. So there are a number of alternative names which are usually used. So estimated line is, so it is y hat is equal to alpha hat plus beta hat times x. So just plug in the values of alpha hat and beta hat. So y hat is equal to, alpha hat is 1.46993 plus beta hat, which is 2.83114 times x. So this is the estimated regression line. So now this alpha hat is called the intercept, beta hat is called the slope. So now how to interpret these two coefficients? First one is intercept, alpha hat, second one is slope, which is beta hat. So in order to interpret this alpha hat, so note that this alpha hat is 1.4693. So this gives us an average value of y when x is 0. So when x is 0, y will be equal to 1.4693 on average. So without considering this x, the y will be 1.4693, not exactly. This is on average. So similarly, the interpretation of this slope is 2.83144. It is calculated value of slope, or beta hat. So its interpretation is, when x increases by 1 unit, then y increases by 2.83114 units. So an increase of 1 unit in x leads to an increase due to this plus sign. If beta is positive, so then increasing x will also cause an increase in y. If we have a negative sign here, that is the calculated value of beta is supposed negative, so then when x increases, y will go down. So here, since the beta hat is positive, so it means when x increases by 1 unit, then y will also increase by 2.83114 units. So this is how to interpret the intercept and slope. Okay, we have two alternative formulas as well. So we can calculate beta hat using this formula, summation x t minus x bar into yt minus y bar whole over summation xt minus x bar whole square. And we can calculate alpha hat using y bar minus beta hat x bar, where this beta hat, this will be calculated by using this formula or by using this formula of beta hat. So first calculate beta hat using any of the formulas, and then calculate y bar as well as x bar, and then plug in the value of y bar, beta hat and x bar, and use this formula to calculate alpha hat. So whether you use this formula which I have used now, or this alternative variance of alpha hat and beta hat, the calculated values of alpha hat and beta hat, they will remain same. So this is how to calculate estimated regression line. So our next part is show that summation yt minus y hat t is 0. So sum of residuals is 0. So let's again move back to Excel spreadsheet. So I'm shifting this downward here. So I'm also inserting certain columns. So just select them, insert. So an important beauty of Excel is that if we insert new columns or new rows, the estimated values of parameters they remain same. This calculations, insertion of rows or column, this does not affect the calculated formulas. So once we have this estimated value, so let me calculate estimated value of y for each of x values. So I am copying it here. So now just put an equal sign. A hat is 1.4693. So you can use this cell reference as well. So A hat plus B hat, which is in case 7 times x. So instead of x, just put the first value of x, which is located in B2, and you have to fix alpha hat and beta hat by using the dollar signs. Whereas I'm not using dollars with B2 because when I will copy it down, B2 will change to B3 and then B4. So it means we will estimate, we will get the y hat or estimated value of y for each of these x values. So press enter. So this is 15.625. So actual value of y is 16, but our regression line estimated it as 15.62. So the value obtained from the least square line or regression line is 15.625. So just copy it down. So here actual value is 19, but our estimated line is estimated value of y when x is 6 is 18.45. You can see that this estimated value is close to 19. Similarly, actual value is 23, but estimated value is found to be 24. Okay, before moving further, let's construct a scatter plot of x and y. Actually, this should be the first step before doing any type of regression analysis. So anyway, go to Insert tab, select Scatter. So here is the scatter plot of x and y. So just shift it. I'm moving this chart to new sheet. So you can see that the relationship between x and y can be represented with the help of a straight line. So now just press Ctrl and select this y hat as well. And now go to Insert, Scatter, select this one. So you can see there, move this chart to new sheet to have a better look. So y is represented by the blue dots, whereas the gray dots, the red ones, they are used for the y hat. So let me select these dots and change chart type and select the connected option in order to see a straight line first. So you can see that this straight line, it closely matches all the pair of points. So this is the best fitted line which is obtained by the method of least square. So you can see that this gap actual value is 13, whereas estimated value is actual value when x is 13, it is 41. But when the estimated value from regression line is corresponding to this 13 is 38.27. So this vertical distance, the gap, this is called the residuals. So you can see that some of the residuals are positive or some of the residuals are negative. Why? Because some of the points, data points, they lie above the line, and some of the data points, they lie below the line. So positive and negative residuals, they cancel out. So that's why summation ut is usually 0. So we have to demonstrate it. So now next, calculate ut, which is the residuals. So it is actually y minus y hat. So I'm not using this subscript t. If you want to use this subscript t, then use subscript t to each of y and y hat as well. So either use the subscript or do not use. So since I have not used any subscript in any of the previous column headings, so there is no need to use this here as well. So this gives us residuals. So just put an equal sign. So actual value y minus estimated value by the regression line y hat. So C2 minus F2, just press enter, and similarly C3 minus F3 and so on, copy it down. So these are the residuals, and we need to verify that sum of residuals is 0. So just put an equal sign and calculate sum of these values. So this should be 0. So press enter. So you can see that it is 3.55271 e minus 15. E minus 15 mean we have 0.0004 times 0 and then 3.55271. So this is approximately 0. So this should be 0. If it is different from 0, so it means you did certain type of mistake. You need to cross check your calculations. Let's move to the PowerPoint. So we have completed this step, that summation yt minus y hat t is 0. Next step is compute standard error of regression. So and calculate coefficient of determination. So go back to Excel spreadsheet program. So here is the formula of standard error of regression. So sy dot x is RSS over n minus 2. And remember that RSS is and whole square root, and RSS is residual sum of square. So it is summation y minus y hat whole square divided by n minus 2. So we have already calculated y minus y hat, the residuals. So it means just we need to square the residuals and then find the sum of residuals. So this will give us RSS, and then we have to divide RSS by n minus 2, and in the end we have to take the square root of this fraction. So first calculate yt minus y hat t, which we already calculated, which is residual. So I am going to square the residuals to get yt minus y hat t square, and then I will do the sum. So here are the residuals. So here I am going to square the residuals. So u square, so this value g2 square. Press enter and now copy it down. I'm squaring it because this is y minus y hat. So square mean y minus y hat whole square. So this is actually y minus y hat whole square. So now we need to take sum of these residuals. So just copy this sum command rightward. So you can see that sum of h2 to h10, so this is 15.882. So this is sum of squared residuals, or it is residual sum of square, RSS. So we have RSS in hand. So it means now in order to calculate standard error of regression, we have to divide RSS by n minus 2, where n is the total number of observations. So I am just using this formula, so let me copy it here to have a better understanding. So I am shifting the formula here. So now in order to calculate standard error of regression, which is SER, so I need to divide RSS divided by n minus 2. So just put an equal sign. This is RSS divided by n minus 2. N is 9, so 9 minus 2. Note that I have used the parenthesis because I want the Excel to first calculate this 9 minus 2, which is 7, and then divide H11 by this resultant number, which is 7. Or you can write 7 directly instead of writing 9 minus 2. So this will give us RSS divided by n minus 2. Now we need to take square root of this whole thing as well. So at the start just use the square root command. So square root of, and then close this parenthesis. So this will calculate the square root of this full expression, RSS divided by n minus 2, and then the square root of this fraction. So that's it. This will give us standard error of regression. So it is 1.50656. So this gives us error in estimated value of regression line, that how much data is dispersed around this regression line. It is 1.50. So look at this chart. So what is the distribution of these dots around this estimated regression line? So the error is called standard error of regression. So it shows that the dispersion of data points which are spreaded around this regression line. So in this case it is 1.50656 or approximately 1.51. So next step is to calculate coefficient of determination. So here is the formula for coefficient of determinations. So it is r square, which is explained sum of square divided by total sum of square, and explained sum of square is summation y hat minus y bar whole square divided by summation y minus y bar whole square. So it means in order to calculate this r square, we need to calculate first yt minus y bar whole square, and then y hat minus y bar whole square, and then we need to calculate the sum of these two squares as well, and in the end we have to divide the two numbers ESS divided by TSS to get r square. So first I am going to calculate TSS, which is summation yt minus y bar whole square. So we have the data on y, so it means first I have to calculate y bar, and then I have to subtract y minus y bar from y. So here is the y values, so just calculate, put an equal sign and calculate y bar, which is which can be obtained by using the average command. So average of C2 to C10, press enter. So it is y bar, which is the average of y, 33.5556. So once we have the value of y bar, so we can calculate y minus y bar. So here in this cell I am going to calculate y minus y bar. So just put an equal sign. So here is the value of y in C2 minus y bar, which is in C12. So since we have to subtract y bar from each of y values, so just put the dollar signs, press enter, and now copy it down throughout. So this is y minus y bar. So I am just converting it to capital Y bar. So once we have this value, so again insert some columns. So in next step, calculate y minus y bar whole square. So put an equal sign and then I2 square. So this will square it, copy it down as well, and then use the sum command to calculate summation y minus y bar whole square. So this is actually total sum of square. So now in order to calculate ESS, explained sum of square, we need to subtract y hat minus we need to find y hat minus y bar. So here is the formula. So y hat minus y bar whole square and then its sum. So we have the value of y hat and also we have y bar. So subtract y bar from y hat, square it, take sum. So here is the value of y hat, here is the value of y bar. So subtract y bar from each of y hats. So here y hat minus y bar. So this is y hat, F2 minus y bar is located in C12. So use the dollar signs to calculate, to fix it. That's it, press enter and copy it down as well. So we have calculated y hat minus y bar, and in the end we need to calculate y hat minus y bar whole square. So that's it. So just square this entry. So K2 square. Press enter, copy it down as well, and use the sum command to get explained sum of square. So it is 1218.33. So this is ESS, and remember that R square is it is ESS divided by TSS. Remember that R square, R power 2 or R square, both notations are usually used. So this is the formula. So in order to calculate R square, we need to divide ESS by TSS. So just put an equal sign. So ESS is located in L11 divided by TSS, which is located in J11. Press enter. So R square is 0.98, which 98713, or we can say that it is 98.7% or 713%. So you can see that this value is close to 1. It means the regression line, it fits the data very well, and the same can be observed from this graph. The regression line is closely fitting all the data points. So this R square, it shows the fit of regression line to the data points, whether regression line fits the data well or it fits poorly. So here the value is 98.71%. This means that 98.71% of the variation in dependent variable y is being explained by the independent variable x. So this is one very important interpretation. So this is how we can calculate different numbers in case of simple linear regression model. So let us discuss the assumptions of linear regression model. This model is also called classical linear regression model. So now I am going to discuss assumptions of linear regression model, and these assumptions are valid for simple as well as multiple linear regression model. So remember that if any of these assumptions fails to hold, so then the estimated values of R square, the parameters alpha hat, beta hat, standard error of regressions, and there are certain additional numbers which we have not discussed in this course that you will study in your advanced courses. So everything is misleading. So these assumptions are very crucial. So let us discuss these assumptions. So first assumption states that mean of error term must be 0. That is, expected value of ut must be 0 for all t, whether t is 1, t is 2 and t is n. So it means expected value of u1 is 0, expected value u2 is 0, expected value of un is 0. Second assumption is called homoscedasticity. This means that variance of error term is constant. That is, variance of ut is sigma square. So for all t is equal to 1, 2, 3 up to n. So here this sigma square, it can be any number, let's say 5. So it means when t is 1, we have variance of u1 equal 5. When t is 2, variance of u2, the second error term, it is also equal to 5. So which is same as the variance of first error. So when t is equal to n, variance of un is also 5. So it means variance of error term is same for all t. So same mean homo, and skedastic mean the dispersion or spread. So since variance measures spread, so homoscedasticity means the constant variance or spread is same. So next assumption is no serial or no autocorrelation. So error terms must be independent of each other. So it means the correlation between ui and uj must be 0. So correl between ui, I'm using Excel notation, you can even use simple R to denote correlation. So ui uj is 0 for all I different from j, and both ij, they ranges from 1, 2, 3 up to n. So it means when I is equal to 1, so u1, and suppose j is different from 1, so I and j, they must be different. So j can take values, when I is 1, so then j can take values 2, 3, 4 and so on. So it means u1, u2, this correlation is 0, u1, u3, 0, u1, u4 and so on, u1, un. Similarly, when I is 2, so then j cannot be equal to 2 because I and j both are different. So when I is 2, so it means choral of u2 u1 and then u2 u3 u2 u4 and so on. So if we simplify this correlation formula using this assumptions that expected value of ui is 0 as well as uj is 0, so we can simplify it to get this result, which is expected value of ui uj 0 for all I is not equal to j. So this means that error terms are independent or their correlation is 0. So this is called no autocorrelation or no serial correlation. So next assumption is that the regressor x and error term, they must be independent of each other. So again expected value of x and ui must be 0. So if we have this regression model alpha plus beta x plus u, so then there should be no link between this regressor and this error term. So they must be independent of each other. And in case of multiple linear regression model, suppose we have here beta 2x2 plus beta 3x3, suppose we have two regressors plus u, so then x2 and u must be independent as well as x3 and u must be independent. So regressors must be independent from the error term. So in case of multiple regression model, all the regressors must be independent of the error term. So next property is that errors are normally distributed with mean 0 and constant variance. So errors must be normally distributed. We have already discussed that mean of error is 0 and variance is constant sigma square. So here this assumption means error is normally distributed. So in order for completeness, so whenever we talk about normal distribution, we have to mention its parameters. So that's why here this assumption states that errors are normally distributed with mean 0 and constant variance sigma square. So symbolically we can write it as ut is normal with mean 0 and variance sigma square. And last assumption is no multicollinearity between regressors. So this assumption is valid only in case of multiple linear regression model. So no multicollinearity between regressors mean no link between regressors. So let me explain it by considering a multiple linear regression model. So we have suppose 4 regressors in our regression model. So if suppose x2 and x3, the sum of x2 and x3, these two regressors, if it is equal to then 4th regressors, so it means we say that there is a linear relationship between the regressors. So this is called multicollinearity, exact linear relationship between regressors. Or in some situations we may have x2 is equal to 2 times x3, or we may have x2 minus x3 equals x4, or x4 plus 1 by 3 x3 equals x2. So any type of relationship between the regressors, this leads to multicollinearity. So this cannot be applied in case of simple linear regression model, because in case of simple linear regression model we have only one regressor. So now I am going to explain how we can use method of ordinary least square using normal equations. So this is quite useful method and it is very simple as well. So let me demonstrate it for simple linear regression model as well as for multiple linear regression model. So simple linear regression model is y is equal to alpha plus beta x plus u, and the estimated regression line or estimated regression model is y hat is equal to alpha hat plus beta hat x. So normal equations are n alpha hat beta hat plus beta hat summation x, and summation xy is equal to alpha hat summation x plus beta hat summation x square. So question is how we have obtained these normal equations. because once we have these normal equations, we can solve these two equations simultaneously, and we can calculate the value of alpha hat and beta hat. So for example, we can match the coefficients of alpha hat and alpha hat in first and second equations, and we can subtract equation 2 from 1 to get the value of beta hat. So once beta hat is obtained, we can plug in the estimated value of beta hat in any of these two equations to get the value of alpha hat. So question is how to estimate these normal equations. So just consider this model y is equal to alpha hat plus beta hat x. So I'm not putting hat here. So here you can see that 1 is being multiplied with alpha hat. So just multiply this whole equation by this 1. So if we multiply this equation by 1, we get y, and then alpha hat times 1 alpha hat, beta hat times x multiplied with 1 is same as beta hat x. And then take summation on both sides. So summation, this is constant, so when we apply summation it becomes n times. So if we apply summation here, we get summation x. So this is our first normal equation. And now same multiply this equation by this second regressor. So first with x 1 and now with x. So multiply this full equation with x. So x with y we get xy, and then x with alpha hat we get alpha hat x, and then x with this beta hat x we get beta hat x square. And now again apply summation on both sides. So summation x square. So these are the same two normal equations. So once we have these two normal equations, so we can multiply equation 1 both sides by summation x. So just multiply both sides by summation x. So here we will get summation y times summation x, and on right hand side n summation x alpha hat plus beta hat summation x times summation x, it will become summation x whole square. So similarly multiply equation 2 by both sides by n. So this will become n summation xy. If we multiply with n, so n summation x alpha hat plus beta hat n times beta hat summation x square. So you can see that if we subtract this second equation from the first, so just change the signs, so this terms will be cancelled. So we are left with here summation y times summation x, I'm just rearranging terms, minus this minus sign and then n summation xy equals, so just here we are left with beta hat summation x square whole square minus this n beta hat summation x square. So n beta hat summation x square. So in next step, so just rearrange the terms. So I'm just shifting these two terms on the right hand side to left hand side, and I'm writing it here. So n beta hat summation x square. So it is negative sign, when it is shifted to right hand side it will become positive, and then shift this first term as well. On the left hand side it will become negative, minus beta hat summation x whole square, and on right hand side we are left with, shift these two terms on right hand side, so their signs will change. So we are left with n summation xy minus summation x times summation y. So from these two expressions, so take this beta hat common, so just take this beta hat common and then divide, shift this throughout here. So you will see that you get n summation x square minus summation x whole square, and this is the estimated value of beta hat which we have calculated before. Now if we plug in this value of beta hat in either equation 1 or 2, and we can find the value of alpha hat. So using normal equations, it is quite easy to get the parameters of estimated regression line. So solving these equations simultaneously, this is the value of beta hat, this is value of alpha hat. So once we have these values, we can get the estimated regression line or fitted regression line by using the values of alpha hat and beta hat in these equations. So consider this model: y is equal to alpha plus beta 1 x1 plus beta 2 x2 plus u. So I'm just estimating using the estimated values, and I'm not using hat on this y. So just multiply this full equation by this first regressor 1. So multiply this equation, you will get the same equation plus beta 1 hat x1 plus beta 2 hat x2, and now apply summation. So this is n alpha hat summation x1 summation x2, and next multiply this full equation by this x1. So we will get x1y, so alpha hat x1, then beta 1 hat x1 square, then beta 2 hat x2 and x1, x2. Order doesn't matter because 2 multiply 3 is same as 3 multiply 2. And now apply summation. So summation x1 square summation x1 x2, and lastly multiply this full equation by x2. So we get x2y, so alpha hat x2 plus beta 1 hat x1 x2 plus beta 2 hat x2 square. Now apply summation as well. So summation. So you can see that we get the same 3 equations. So this is how we can construct normal equations. So now in this case, in order to solve these normal equations, so first consider there are several methods to solve this. One using matrices. So these are quite complicated, but I'm just giving you an intuitive idea on how to solve these 3 equations simultaneously in order to get alpha hat, beta 1 hat and beta 2 hat. So just label them equation 1, 2 and 3, and just focus on 1 and 2 and try to cancel either alpha hat or beta 1 hat, beta 2 hat, any of these 3 parameters. So suppose we want to cancel beta 2 hat. So here the coefficient of beta 2 is summation x2, and here we have summation x1 x2. So it means we have to multiply equation 1 with summation x1 x2 and equation 2 by summation x2 in order to match the coefficient, match the third terms, and then subtract equation 2 from 1. You will get a new equations, that is equation number 4, which will contain only alpha hat and beta 1 hat. So you will get equation 4 containing only alpha hat and beta hat with certain coefficients, and here you will have left hand side as well. And then again keeping now solving 1 and 3 again, and this time again cancelling this beta 2 hat. So multiply this equation 1 with summation x2 square and equation 3 with summation x2, and again subtracting 3 from 1. So you will get a new equation, that is 4, and in that equation you will again have the 2 parameters alpha hat and beta 1 hat with certain additional coefficients. On left hand side you will have certain additional numbers. So now you can see that equation 4 and 5, these two have the 2 parameters alpha hat and beta 1 hat. So this problem is just reduced in case of simple linear regression model. Now try to match the coefficient of alpha hat just by multiplying the required number and subtracting the resultant equations. You will get beta 1 hat. So plugging in the beta 1 hat in any of these 2 equations, you will get alpha hat. So once you get the value of alpha hat and beta 1 hat, just plug in the values of alpha 1 hat, beta 1 hat in equation, any of these 3 equations, 1, 2 or 3. You can calculate beta 2 hat. So this mathematics is quite tough, and it is, you can say, it is not for your course. So you will study these types of advanced calculations in your advanced statistical courses. But anyway, solving these two equations, so here are the estimated parameters. So alpha hat is y bar minus beta 1 hat x1 bar, beta 2 hat x2 bar. So, and beta 1 is given by this formula, beta 2 hat is also given by another formula. So using these three formulas, we can estimate the values of alpha hat, beta 1 hat, beta 2 hat, and then plugging in the values in estimated regression line. Y hat is equal to alpha hat plus beta 1 hat x1 plus beta 2 hat x2. We can estimate this estimated regression line, and then subtracting y hat from y, we can get residuals. Squaring the residuals and summing them, we can calculate RSS, and dividing RSS by n minus 3 in this case, because we have now three parameters, alpha hat, beta 1 hat, beta 2 hat, and taking square root, we get standard error of regression y dot x, sy dot x, and similarly we can calculate y hat minus y bar whole square, and then summation, this is explained sum of square. We can also calculate TSS, which is summation y minus y bar whole square, and then we can calculate R square by dividing ESS by TSS. So this is how you can solve simple linear regression model as well as multiple linear regression model using either your calculator and using calculations, doing calculations on your notebooks, or using Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. So hopefully this is clear to everyone. So let us discuss one example. A statistician wants to predict the incomes of restaurants using two independent variables, the number of restaurant employees and restaurant floor area. So he wants to predict the income of restaurants. So this is labeled as y. The two independent variables are, first one is number of restaurant employees, it is labeled as x1 here, and restaurant floor area is labeled as x2 here. So we have data on y, x1 and x2. So he collected the data, calculate estimated linear regression equation. So it means we need to calculate y hat, alpha hat, beta 1 hat x1 plus beta 2 hat x2. So do the demo in Excel. I think you can do it in Excel now using the formulas which we have discussed here. So you just use these three formulas to calculate the value of alpha hat, beta 1 hat, beta 2 hat. So in order to do this, you have data on y, x1, x2. So you need summation x2 square. So it means construct a new column x2 square and then x1 square. So x1 square, x2 square. So try to do the calculations in order. So x1 square, x2 square, then x1y. So construct a new column x1y, then x1, x2, and in the end x2y. So only these columns are needed. So just find the sum of each columns and use these formulas to get the value of alpha hat, beta 1 hat, beta 2 hat. So once these values have been obtained, you can plug in these values here to get estimated regression line. So even you can calculate the residuals, RSS, standard error of regression, and R square. So that's it. So this is how you can estimate parameters of linear regression model. So question is, once you have estimated the values of linear regression model, how to interpret it? So suppose we want to interpret this alpha hat. So this gives us alpha hat, which is also called intercept. It gives us average value of y when both x1 and x2 are 0. So when both x1 and x2 are 0, then the average value of y is equal to alpha hat. And now in order to interpret beta 1 hat, its interpretation is when x1 increases by 1 unit, y will go up, or it will also increase by beta 1 hat units, keeping x2 fixed, or keeping the effect of x2 constant or fixed. And similarly, the interpretation of beta 2 hat is when x2 increases by 1 unit, y will increase by beta 2 hat units, keeping the effect of x1 fixed. So remember that we have to take into account the marginal impacts. So while interpreting beta 2, we have to keep the effect of x1 fixed. So if we have a regression model having more than 2 regressors, suppose x3, x4, x5 as well, so in that case when x2 increases by 1 unit, then y will increase by beta 2 hat units, keeping the effect of x1, x3, x4, x5 fixed. So keeping the effect of all other variables constant or fixed. So that's it. This is how we can interpret the coefficient, the interpretation of coefficient of determination and standard error of regressions. They are about the same. So let us review the main concepts which we have covered in today's lecture. In this lecture we have discussed an example of estimating simple linear regression model, how to use ordinary least square method to estimate parameters of simple linear regression model, and how to calculate residuals, RSS, standard error of regression, and the coefficient of determination and their corresponding interpretations. And then we have discussed the multiple linear regression model and the assumptions of simple as well as multiple linear regression models. And then we have explained the procedures of estimating a multiple linear regression model and interpreting its coefficients. So final word, this was our last lecture. Hope you enjoyed the course. So best of luck in your future life as well as in this course. So please remember me in your prayers. So Allah Hafiz.